How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com. I'd like to welcome you to Southside High School here at Don Reichert Gymnasium as the Southside Archers host the number 14th ranked in Class 4A Northside Redskins. Tonight, Northside comes in 3-0 under head coach Shabazz Khalik, who is in his 6th year and has this program rolling and clicking on all cylinders. They come in playing a good-looking Southside team led by a sophomore and Austin Butcher, outstanding point guard, shooter extraordinaire, being recruited by the likes of Indiana, Purdue, Notre Dame, all the big dogs around the area and in the Big Ten. He's an outstanding player for the lead man for Southside, Mike Novell, who's also in his 6th year. So 2 experienced coaches here out on the floor this evening at Don Reichert Gymnasium. Great crowd here tonight at Southside. These 2 schools are separated just by a couple of miles right down Clinton Street. As on the other side of the court, these Northside boys, as I mentioned, ranked number 14th in Class 4A. They're led by a junior and a freshman. That junior is Jalen Butts. He's an outstanding low post player. Number 1, plays above the rim, elbow above the rim. Jalen Butts, number 1, keep an eye on him. Starting to get major recognition from around the state and in the Big Ten, being looked at some of the Division I schools around the area with the likes of Drake as well. Also for Northside is a top 25 player in that 2019 class. That freshman class is Keon Brooks Jr. Keon Brooks Jr. is a slightly framed 6'7" player who can play on the perimeter as well as post you up down low. Him and Jalen Butts are a nice 1-2 punch for Northside and Coach Shabazz Khalik. Again, this is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. We'll throw it down to the PA announcer for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
We welcome you on this Friday evening to the Don Reichert Gymnasium on the campus of Southside High School for tonight's Summit Athletic Conference boys basketball game between the guests on the scoreboard, the Northside Redskins, and our own Southside Archers. We appreciate your support of our young athletes participating in tonight's game. These young people and coaches have devoted a lot of time in preparation for this contest. Please help make this experience more positive by exhibiting good sportsmanship during your attendance. We hope this will be reflected towards all competitors, officials, coaches, administrators, and spectators. Thank you for your support in promoting sportsmanship at Southside High School. And now, let's meet our starting lineups. First for our guests is the Northside Redskins. Wearing number 1, a forward, Jalen Butts. Wearing number 3, a guard, Elijah Holmes. Number 5, a guard, Devontae Kennedy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. Carrington Thompson on the camera. This is Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. Super excited to be out here on a Friday night at Southside High School with the outstanding talent that is here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. Jalen Butts, the top player for Northside, along with number 30, Deion Palmer. Look to jump it up, and Butts will head it back to Devontae Kinney. Devontae Kinney, important player for Coach Shabazz, as it looks like Southside's going to come out in a 1-2-2 zone, maybe a 3-2 look. As Northside, of course, in the red. Voucher almost got to the ball, and that's going to be the first foul called. That's going to be on number 1, Corey Joyner, the senior. First team foul for Southside. Important for Southside to get off to a good start against this highly ranked and talented Northside Redskin team. Here's Devontae Kinney. Watch for his active hands in the passing lane. Jalen Butts, he likes to be in the post as he'll head down there now. Watch Northside. They'll flash at the line there. They're going to go cross court to Holmes. Top of the key, Keon Brooks. Leaves it to Butts. There's that zone. Southside is playing in. Here's Kinney. They look to set it back up. Coach Kalik calls out the play. Keon Brooks, not a lot of movement right now for the Northside Redskins. Kinney on the wing. Joyner knocks it away, but Kinney gets it right back with the left-handed scoop. Number 5, Devontae Kinney. Once again, there's a steal. I told you, Devontae Kinney, he's a beast on the defensive end with the left-handed lay-in, can't go. Well, that's a look there. Joyner on the break. Nice reverse lay-in by number 21, Trayshawn Didier, the sophomore, outstanding sophomore class for Coach Mike Novell, as we're going to get a travel call, that time on Kinney. Turnover for Northside. 2-2, 6:35 here in the first quarter. We play 4 8-minute quarters here in boys varsity basketball. No shot clock in the state of Indiana. Butcher from the charity stripe, pump fake, and leaves it for Joyner. Baseline jumper for 10. Corey Joyner knocks in his first bucket. Keon Brooks, he can bring it up as well, as he'll grow into that slight frame, but he's a highly skilled player, ranked in the top 25 nationally. There's Butcher with the steal, up with the lay-in. Butcher won the foul on the jump stop, but he'll get his first bucket. Brooks gets trapped, goes down to Butts. Butts, double team, nice move, no foul, gets his own rebound and puts it right back up. Jalen Butts, his first field goal. 6-4. Southside on top of Northside. Butcher with the crossover to the left. Spin dribble, right-handed layup, no good. Off glass, rebounded by Butts. Butts pushes it out to Kinney. Kinney on the wing, leaves it to Butts with the two-handed slam. But right away, Joyner right back to it, can't finish on the lay-in. And they're gonna get a foul called on number 21, Trayshawn Didier. Jalen Butts, though, running the floor as he does. Starts it off nicely for Northside. Tied up at 6s now. Keon Brooks looks to inbound. Finds Brandon Johnson. Now to Kinney. Kinney, he'll set it up and run the point for Coach Kalik. Johnson. And they're going to get a foul called on Southside. If that's Joyner, that's his second. Nope, they're going to get that on number 10, KJ King, the sophomore. Outstanding sophomore class, as I mentioned. Out of bounds coming for Northside. Watch the screens across the lane. Actually, up screen. Keon Brooks looked to seal. They're going to go baseline. Good hands by Joyner. We'll stay, though, on Northside's end. Nice crowd on hand here on a Friday night, 60-degree night in December here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, as they look to flare out Brooks on the out of bounds. They end up coming to Holmes. Elijah Holmes is going to take it back out and set it up. Top of the key here to Kinney. Kinney takes a look to the sideline. No movement right now, not sure as they look to set it up here. 5 minutes remaining, 6-6 is your score. Kinney wanted to go to Johnson, does finally. Butts is going to get a screen. He's going to put a screen on Johnson. Man, they're going to come out here to Holmes. Holmes in the baseline, Kinney. Kinney picks up the dribble out back to Holmes. Holmes with the skip pass to Brooks. Brooks for three. And good. Keon Brooks Jr. with the three ball. That's his first bucket as Joyner. Extremely excitement. Corey Joyner. Loose ball picked up by King. King with the floater, back rim, and good, gets the roll. Excuse me, that was Trajan Didier with the steal and the bucket. Here's Johnson. 10-9 your score, Southside on top. 4:10 remaining here in the first quarter. Feel the excitement here, and Don Reichert Gym. Jalen Butts, you got to come with more defense than that on Jalen Butts as he's having a field day down low. Butcher goes with the right hand, is swatted by Johnson, but he's going to get a foul call. Butcher will go to the line to shoot two. Austin Butcher with the strong take. Boucher to the line to shoot a pair. Ties it back up. His fourth point. Checking in for Northside, Juan Quarles. Boy can light it up from three, transfer from Concordia High School. Juan Quarles, if you leave him some space, will light it up, as we saw just recently against Blackhawk Christian, had 6 threes against a tough 1A school in Blackhawk Christian, as they're ranked in the top 10 in 1A. Butcher, they got a lane violation. They're going to get that lane violation on number 12, Courtney Shorter, so that costs Butcher that second free throw. Will stay tied up at 11. Northside having trouble in inbound, and there's Didier, gets a piece, knocks it away. Checking back in, KJ King, the sophomore for Southside. Just under 4 minutes to play, we're tied up at 11. Southside student section get into it, cross court now as Kinney about loses it. Joyner has nice man-to-man pressure. Kinney goes by him. Joyner once again gets a hand on the ball, causes a turnover. They're going to get a foul called on Northside. That's going to be on Kinney. Devontae Kinney, the junior, picks up the foul, loose ball foul. That's the second team foul for Northside. 3 team fouls on South. Boucher calls out to play. Outstanding point guard. Pull up from 15 is swatted by Johnson, and Johnson looks to push. Goes to coast, but that time is rejected by Palmer. Joyner, you got to stop balls. He goes with the right-handed lay-in. Corey Joyner with his 6th point of the quarter. Takes the lead 13-11, 3:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Great atmosphere here at Don Reichert Gymnasium. Quarles goes top of the key to Brooks. There's Joyner getting another steal. Joyner as Quarles swats the ball. Juan Quarles got up to swat it, but it came down to Didier. Rebound by Brooks. Outletted to Kinney. Outlet. Quarles, you got to get on him. Good pressure defense. As that's a loose ball, that's going to go out of bounds off Quarles. We'll go Southside ball. 2:50 remaining in the quarter. Southside up by 2, 13-11. Boucher, Austin Boucher with the ball. Up by 2. Boucher comes to their side and just took his eye off the pass, did Didier. That'll be a turnover for South. We're going back North's way. We're going to get a sub on the floor. Coleon Davis, the sophomore, checks in, number 3. As Kinney still running the point for Coach Kalik. Kinney looked for Quarles up top. Boucher with the steal. Went for the jam. It gets finished and fouled. Austin Boucher goes up with 2 hands strong off the jump step. And you can see the hops from the young fella. Good athleticism by number 4, Austin Boucher. Boucher will head to the line. to convert the three-point play. Boucher, of course, a Spiece Indy Heat player, as he drains it. 7 points here in the first quarter, 7 of the 16. Here's Quarles getting pressured by the sophomore. Quarles, that was a good look to number 22, Chris Hill. Just couldn't handle it, maybe a bit too much heat, but that was a good look down low. Hill, the only one pressing here. Boucher calls it out, being pressured by Hill, man-to-man. Spin dribble, right-handed scoop is gonna get fouled. Let's see who they get that on. They'll get that also on Chris Hill. Team's fourth. Boucher back to the line to shoot 2. 2 for 2 from the line. That one's good. 3 for 3 now from the line. Austin Boucher, outstanding player, being highly recruited by Indiana, Purdue, Notre Dame. Says recruitment will only blossom as he continues to play on the top level AAU squad in the Spiece Indy Heat. That is good. 4 for 4 from the line here in the first quarter, 2 minutes to go. Quarles takes the inbound. He'll let Kinney bring it up here. As Davis on him. Kaleon Davis, the man-to-man defensive pressure. Hill down low to Butts. They cannot handle Jalen Butts down low. Need to force feed the ball down to him. Butts with the huge size advantage down low on the block. He's gonna get fouled. He's gonna go line now to shoot 2. Butts with the first attempt. Good backspin and follow through on the first attempt. That's 7 points for Butts out of the team's 12. And right away, Deion Palmer checks back in as Coach Mike Novell saw the size advantage, and Butts took advantage of that right away. Butts with the second attempt. That one back rim's no good, rebounded by Hill. Butts gets it, but they're gonna get a traveling called on Jalen Butts. Turnover, north side will go south side's way. South side up 18-12 as Hill face guards Boucher. Corey Joyner is going to start the offense. Crossover, goes into the lane with the right hand, no good. Couldn't tell if that was blocked by Brooks or Johnson, but either way, we'll stay with Southside. Up by that 6, minute 40 remaining here in the quarter. Palmer left open, he won't shoot that. Boucher, you got to pump fake and just dribbled off his foot. Boucher is saying it went off the north side foot, but called the other way by the referee right next to him. Southside pick up full pressure, as they've done most of the time off dead ball situations or made baskets. Quarles, nice hesitation dribble. Finds Johnson. Johnson at the top of the key. Finds Butts. Butts, good hands by Davis, knocks it away. Picked up by South, and that was a good idea, but just lost control of the ball. Johnson, Quarles from 3. That's good. Juan Quarles, as I mentioned, you cannot leave him open as Southside turns it over on the out of bounds and will send Hill to the line to shoot 2 on the blocking call. Austin Boucher with the foul. His first, team's 5th. Chris Hill hits the first. Second attempt coming. Front rim, no good. Loose ball, and picked up by Palmer. In the corner to Davis. Davis baseline dribble drive, kicks it back out. Palmer gets it taken away by Quarles. Quarles trying to go coast to coast, and Palmer with the hustle knocked it away, or that would have been an easy lay-in for Juan Quarles. That's what you don't want to give him, as an easy looks. Already knocked his first 3-ball down. Chris Hill looks to inbound. Butts comes across the paint, Butts did. Back out to Brooks. Johnson, dribble drive, look for Brooks, had the size advantage. Goes up with the right hand and easy lay-in for Keon Brooks. His 5th point, 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Northside cuts it to 2. Palmer needs help from a guard, finds it. Shorter, up top to Davis. Davis, near side, Hairston finds Palmer. Palmer being guarded by Butts. Spin move, and blocked by Jalen Butts. And almost got a piece again, but way to stick with it. Deion Palmer with his first bucket. 14 seconds remaining. Here's Kenny. Right-handed layup, no good. That was Johnson, checked that, not Kenny. Missed, rebounded by Southside. 6 seconds to go. Finds Palmer with the right-handed lay-in. Palmer, back-to-back buckets, push the lead back to 4. At the buzzer by Johnson, no good. And that's the way we'll end this exciting first quarter with the home Southside Archers on top of the number 14th ranked Class 4A Northside Redskins, 22-18 at the end of 1. Leading scorer for Southside, obviously, with 9 points was Austin Boucher. Shortly there behind with 6 was Corey Joyner, and has been outstanding on the defensive end as well for Coach Mike Novell. For Northside, leading scorer, their post player, Jalen Butts, with 7 points. Right behind him is the outstanding freshman, Keon Brooks. He has 5 there in that first quarter. So Northside down 22-18 against this home squad, Archers. SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. Carrington Thompson on the camera. I am Tim Atkinson, you're calling your play-by-play. Give a big thank you to Athletic Director Tim Burton for hosting us here this evening at Southside High School inside Don Reichert Gymnasium. So couldn't have asked for a more exciting first quarter. Hopefully this second quarter can rise above or at least match the intensity in that first. I can imagine it will only ratchet up. Here comes Austin Boucher. Being picked up by Hill. Coach Kalik as Palmer, nice take into the lane with the left hand, finishes. Palmer, 6 straight points for the Archers. Johnson bringing it up, being hounded by Joyner. Almost a 5-second, and they'll get a traveling called. That was the man-to-man pressure by Corey Joyner, causing the turnover by number 10, Brandon Johnson, the sophomore. As we go back Southside's way, Austin Boucher gets a screen, and that was definitely an illegal screen as Coach Mike Novell not happy with his sophomore, Trajan Didier, on the moving screen violation. So we'll go back north side on the turnover. Good outlet to Butts. Butts, nice strip by Parker, but Butts there calmly finishes with the left hand. Starts off the second quarter where he left off the first. North side down by 4. Joyner outside running the point here with Boucher running off the ball. All the way to the cup, puts it up, and no good. But Joyner will head to the line to shoot 2. Foul's going to be called on Brooks. That's his first. That's the team's 5th. Corey Joyner to the line. Has 6 points here for Coach Mike Novell. Misses the first. Second one coming for Joyner. No good, so left the points at the charity stripe. Johnson with a nice take as Boucher, that's his second foul. So that's a big call on Austin Boucher here too within the first 9 minutes of the contest. See what Coach Mike Novell chooses to do here. Back rim, no good by Brandon Johnson. 0 for 1 from the line. Johnson with his second attempt. Up and front rim, rattles around, no good. Picked up by Palmer. Out to Boucher. Boucher with those 2 personal fouls. Boucher finds Johnson off the screen, up top to Joyner. Joyner, dribble drive. That's going to be an offensive foul. Just lowered the shoulder. Did Corey Joyner. Good call. That's going to be a turnover for South. Going back Northside's way. 24-20, just under 7 minutes. Southside on top, been in the lead majority of this contest, actually from the jump. Kenny is going to bring it up and go right past his defender. And shorter, that's going to be a travel. Kenny's just a little sped up here tonight. Second traveling called on the junior point guard. Boucher is going to call out the play here with his squad up by 4. Just under 7 minutes, 6.5 remaining in the second quarter. There's that spin move by Boucher, loose ball, Davis picks it up. Leon Davis finds Boucher, you got to get out on him. Back rim, no good. Picked up by Hill, outletted to Kinney. Kinney had Butts down low, but chose to go to the dribble drive to the bucket. Butts with the tip in, no good. Rebounded by Brooks, put up, no good. Rebounded again by Brooks, and then off Southside. Coach Mike Novell not happy with that call, but we'll stay on the north side end. Quarles looks to inbound. Watch him pop out after the inbounds play for the 3 as Brooks for 3. Keon Brooks with his second 3. That's his 8th point. Boucher gets it stripped by Kinney. Out of bounds. We'll stay Southside ball. Once again, Kinney has outstanding hands, some of the best hands in the SAC. Just a junior, will be back for Coach Shabazz Kalik next year. Davis to Boucher, 4-3. Boucher rattles that home. No call on the contact. That's Boucher's second 3. McKinney, as the trap comes. Kinney with the nice left-handed lay-in. Kinney with the good dribble drive. His 4th point. Boucher asks from a screen for Palmer. Davis is going to rub on one. Far side. And it's going to be a travel called on the sophomore, Courtney Shorter. Another one of those outstanding sophomores for Coach Mike Novell. 27-25. North just down by 2 here at Southside High School. Outstanding Division I prospects here on the court. Kinney finds Quarles. Quarles has Butts down low. Palmer. As they go top of the key to Kinney. Back to Quarles. Watch this 3-man triangle game. Butts can't finish through the contact. Tipped up, no good. Rebounded by South. And number 5, Dennis Johnson. Out to Boucher. He's going to rise up from 3. No good. Back rim. Rebound by Brooks. Brooks guarded by 2. Gets hit. No contact. No foul. Rebounded. An outlet to Joyner. Joyner with the easy lay-in. Corey Joyner, his 8th point on the steal. Didier, floater off glass. Good. Quick 4-point swing for Southside as Didier puts up his 6th point. 31-25. Southside on top of the number 14th ranked Northside Redskins. Brooks looks to back down. Good look to Kinney. Kinney puts it up good. Brooks not just a scorer or shot blocker. Outstanding basketball IQ with a good look down low to Kinney. Boucher with the crossover, pull up, no good. And rebounded by Palmer. Puts it up over Butts. Can't get it to go, rebounded by Brooks. Brooks goes behind the back, knocked away by Palmer. Palmer, and just not a good look there as Brooks takes it coast to coast with the finger roll, right-handed finger roll, finishes through contact. He'll go to the line now to try to convert that 3-point play. Keon Brooks Jr. to the line. Does have 10 points in the first half. His squad down by 2. Just under 4 minutes to go. SAC battle here on the campus of Southside. Brooks knocks it down. He now has 11. Didier on the wing. Rubs off the screen from Boucher. Crossover, goes with the left hand, knocked away. Up top, jumper, 15-foot jumper, right rim, no good, rebounded by Butts. Looks for the quick outlet, knocked away, and almost saved by Coleon Davis. Well, that did hit the sideline, out of bounds. Northside down by 1, 31-20, 3.5 minutes remaining. Battle of 4A squads here in the SAC Conference, which is loaded this year. Loose ball, and they're going to get a jump ball called. And alternating possession, it's going to go to Northside. Northside with the chance to take the lead with 3.5 to go here in the second. This is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. Carrington Thompson on the camera, Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. This is our second game of the doubleheader as we saw the Lady Archers take down the Lady Redskins in the first opener. Handedly beating the Redskins. Butts with a tough finish through contact. That's his 4th point of the quarter. Now has 11. Boucher gets a screen from Didier. Hesitation dribble, goes with that spin move. Fade away, no good. Rebounded by Butts, but that went off the end line, out of bounds. We're going to stay on the Archers' end. Just under 3 minutes now. Boucher calls out the play underneath the bucket. Looks for Palmer, good up inbound, and just shuffled the feet before he put the pill to the hardwood. Turnover. Northside now with a chance to push that lead. Up by 1, 32-31, just under 3 minutes. They do get it into Butts. Butts can dribble, you better stop ball. Nice body control by the junior, Jalen Butts. One more dribble and that would have been an offensive foul. Pulled up from nice little 8-foot jumper, good. 3-point lead now by the Redskins. Nice dribble by Davis, just lost the handle there at the last minute. Left it to Palmer. I think Butts got a piece of that, and he's reaching for his face there. I think he took a shot to the mouth. Looks like he's all right. Boucher now. Didier, the charity stripe. Leaves it. Cross goes with the left, and Kenny once again with another steal almost. Just ran out of space here on the near side. There's not a lot of players that play the passing lanes as good as that junior right there, Devontae Kinney. Johnson on Boucher. Palmer, he's going to take the jumper just inside the 3-point line, rebounded by Brooks. Brooks finds Kinney. Boucher went for the gamble, doesn't pay off. Johnson, that's another travel called on Northside. Northside just going a little too fast on their first touch. Turnover, go back to South. 34-31, Northside on top. 2 4A schools. Summit Athletic Conference foes and rivals. Davis takes it into the lane, left-handed scoop. Coleon Davis, another one of that sophomore class for Coach Novell, cuts the lead 2 with 1. Nice little lefty scoop shot by the sophomore. Johnson looks for Butts down low. They cannot handle Butts. Brooks, good defensive recovery by number 10, KJ King. Crossover, goes in the lane. Davis comes up with the strip. Didier with the right hand, got a piece. Johnson got up and got a piece of that lay-in. Johnson has Kinney with the lob, the Brooks. Outlet to Joyner, and that goes in. Got caught celebrating, and Trajan Didier just ran by the defense. Good outlet for the easy bucket. Finishes through contact We'll go to the line now to shoot for the conversion. Looking to tie it up for South. A nice little action there, end-to-end action with the lob to Keon Brooks. Right back was Southside. Front rim, can't get the roll. Butts with a nice rebound. Minute to go. Pull up from the elbow. Rattles out, no good. Look at the length by Keon Brooks. What a grab by the young fella. Boucher from 18. Rattles out, no good. Rebounded by Butts. 52 seconds. Butts running the point. And that should have been they're going to say that's out off of Southside. As the referees have a conference, it'll go Northside as they correct the call on the floor. 38-35. Northside on top. 45 seconds remaining to go in this second quarter. Boucher, the highly ranked sophomore, Spieth Indy Heat product. Davis swings it. Johnson up top to Davis. Boucher now. Gonna rub off a screen. Pulls up. Right rim, no good. Rebound by Brooks. Knocked away. Davis picks it up. Finds Didier. Didier with the dribble drive floater. Good. Trajan Didier now with 10. The sophomore having an outstanding game. 5 seconds to go. 38-37. Northside on top. Keon Brooks is going to pull up just side the three-point line. Rattles, no good. That's where we'll end this outstanding, highly contested first half with the score. The Northside Redskins, ranked 14th in Class 4A, up 38-37 over the Southside Archers. This is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. We'll take a short break and join you for the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. Carrington Thompson on the camera. I am Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play this evening. An outstanding first half, up and down action nonstop, back and forth on the scoreboard. We left it at halftime with Northside with the 1 point advantage, 38-37 over these Archers. High scorers for Northside. Jalen Butts had 13, but the team leader was Keon Brooks with 15 points for Southside. The sophomore, Austin Boucher, with 12 points, 9 of those coming in the first quarter. Just behind him is also another sophomore for Southside, Trajan Didier. He does have 11. So we have 16 more minutes to play here at Don Reichert Gymnasium on the campus of Southside High School. Couldn't be more excited to see what's going to happen here in front of us in this second half. Division I athletes all on the hardwood as we sit back and enjoy the show that these two squads is about to put on. Both starting fives on the court. Northside with Butts, Holmes, Kinney, Johnson, and Brooks. Southside with Joyner, Boucher, King, Didier, and Palmer. Southside starts with the ball. Boucher to his classmate and Didier. Up top to Palmer. And go near side now to Joyner. Joyner crossover. He likes to go to that left. Palmer has Butts on him. Good body. Left it to Joyner. Step back, attempt. Good defense played by Kinney, and there's Kinney's hands once again. Joyner was pressured by Kinney, made him pass it up. Boucher now being guarded by Johnson. Johnson's had most of the assignment here on the sophomore. Had to double clutch in midair and rebounded by Brooks, and smartly pulls it up and hands it off to the point guard. 38-37, Northside still on top. That was our halftime score. We're gonna have Holmes at the top of the key. They're gonna rub Brooks off a screen. Easy little lay-in on the curl by Keon Brooks. He now has 17 here in the game. He's the game high. That's a nice spin dribble. Could have been a walk. Brooks may have got a piece of that. Rebounded by Johnson. Looks to outlet to Kinney. He does. Kinney has Joyner on him. Skip pass to Brooks. 3-ball from the wing. Rattles out. No good. And Johnson just hustled to the ball more than any other Archer. Got the loose one and will be rewarded with possession as Coach Mike Novell is going to get a 30-second timeout called here to start the second half. Not look liking what he's seeing. (40-37), SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. We're in the second game of our doubleheader as we're out here for the South Side, North Side girls varsity matchup. South Side with their highly outstanding press man-to-man that they play caused Northside Lady Redskins tons of problems, caused several turnovers. Southside came out with the easy victory. So 40-37, Northside on top. They're looking to inbound. They do to Holmes. Holmes goes outside to Kinney. Brooks comes off a screen, flares out. It was wide open. Kinney didn't go to him, comes near side to Johnson. Back to Kinney. Kinney's going to start it up now. Southside back in that zone. More of a 3-2 zone. Kinney near side. They got Butts down low with Palmer on his back. Double team comes from Joyner. Good pass out by Butts and finish by Johnson. Brandon Johnson, nice cut without the ball, and Butts found him on the double team underneath the basket for the easy bunny. 5-point advantage now by that 14th ranked team. Joyner, good spin dribble, left it to Palmer. Palmer with the easy bucket, his 6th. Plus it to within 3 now. Johnson on the wing. Butts wants him to swing it. Tried to pin Palmer, didn't have the angle. Brooks is just going to step into a 3-ball. Back rim, no good. Rebounded by Didier. Didier looks to push. He's going to rise up just inside the arc and just short-armed it. That's an air ball. Coming back north side. Keon Brooks, Boucher picks him up and threw it away. As Holmes stayed in the corner, I think Keon thought he was going to cut to the basket, but that will be a turnover for Northside. Southside ball, 42-39. Northside on top, 5:15 remaining in the third. Boucher with Joyner. Palmer's going to come out and screen on Joyner. Kinney had no issue with that. Left it to Didier. Palmer. KJ King up top to Didier. Right-handed dribble and off glass, no good, and we're going to stay Southside ball. Keon Brooks coming over from the weak side with the length. Bothered that shot. Threw a bit high off the glass, out of bounds. Boucher looks to inbound for the Archers. Palmer, Joyner, Didier, Boucher, and threw it away. Johnson picks it up. Johnson needs to give it up, taken away by Didier. And tough pass to handle for KJ King. Just moving too quickly was Southside. Just needs to take one little patient dribble, let the defense go by, put it up off glass for the easy lay-in. Tried to force the pass. 3-point lead for Northside. Good dribble drive baseline. Palmer bothered that, but Brooks was there with the tap in. 19 points now for Brooks. 5-point advantage now. Hesitation dribble at the 3-point line by Boucher. Brooks got the loose ball. Holmes on the outlet. Good spin dribble. Left it to Butts, and Butts couldn't handle it. But Holmes does get past it. Crafty little pass. And rebound put back in by Brooks. Boucher, spin dribble, fade away. Tough shot. Butts with another rebound. Palmer stood with his hands straight up. Good no call. Go out of bounds. We'll stay with Northside. Joyner will head out for Southside. In is Dennis Johnson. Hill looks to inbound to Brooks on the baseline. Here's Kinney. 3:45 remaining in the third. 7-point advantage for Northside, their biggest. There's Butts. You got to crowd him when he gets that ball there. Got lucky did in South. Here they come. Didier leaves it to Boucher. Can't leave him open. No good. Shot's been off this evening. Brooks has numbers. Holmes. And that's going to be an offensive foul called on Elijah Holmes. Austin Boucher stood strong, took it in the chest for the charge. We'll go back Southside's ball. They look to cut into the 7-point advantage. Or deficit, excuse me. Didier, crossover, leaves it to Boucher. Boucher in the lane, right hand blocked by Keon Brooks. Kinney picks up. Look for the lob, and he goes to the bucket with a nice left-handed lay-in. Devontae Kinney with his 8th point. Didier, nice take to the basket. He's going to go to the line now to shoot 2. 9-point advantage for Northside, their biggest. Trajan Didier, check that. Misses the first. Second attempt for Trajan Didier. The squad down by 9. Rattles that one home. 1 of 2 from the line. Didier checks out, Davis in. Inbound to Kinney. Double teamed immediately, goes back to Hill. Boucher on Hill. Davis tried to keep it away from Kinney. Kinney got to it. Quarles, been quiet here tonight besides that 1-3 ball. Got out on him. Quarles, Ron Quarles, 2 for 2 from the 3-point distance. Transfer from Concordia High School. Crafty little spin dribble and floater by Austin Boucher. Kid is highly skilled. Spice Indy Heat product. Hill can't finish through the contact. Palmer picks it up. They have numbers. Palmer measured his steps and puts it up with the left hand. And that's his 8th point. Cuts the lead to within 7. 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Northside trying to push it back to 9. Kinney behind the back, almost lost control. Good timeout call by Coach Shabazz Khalik. Could see the hecticness there on the offensive end. That possession, crucial possession as this clock winds down. But as I mentioned, top-notch talent in the city of Fort Wayne, especially in the Summit Athletic Conference. In Class 4A, Carroll Chargers led by Mallers. They are 2-0 and they're ranked number 7 in Class 4A. These Northside Redskins 3-0. They're ranked number 14. And Homestead Spartans are 1-1, ranked number 18. In Class 3A, Leo's just outside of Fort Wayne is 2-0, ranked number 7. And Bishop Dwenger, another SAC player, is ranked number 16 in Class 3A. Local teams, nothing really in 2A, but in 1A, the Blackhawk Christian Braves, ranked number 6 in that Class 1A. As they've played a daunting schedule, has Coach Mark Davidson and the Braves. Just at Northside last week. At Northrop. And then Northrop this week beat a talented Northrop squad. Good high-low game by Butts and Brooks. Now that's too easy for Jalen Butts. 15 points, Boucher, and finishes through contact. Austin Boucher, 16 points here. We'll go to the line and try to cut this. Boucher fixes the rim there. 8-point advantage for Northside. Boucher looks to cut it to within 7. Back rim's no good, rebounded by Hill. Minute 30, Quarles pulls it up. Quarles on the wing, back out top to Kinney. Goes right by Davis. That's going to be an offensive charge. Boucher takes another charge in the chest. Playing outstanding defense. Young fella, sophomore. Minute 20. Boucher, as I mentioned, being recruited by Notre Dame, IU, Purdue, all the top level schools in the area. Just a sophomore, plays for the Speed Cindy Heat. Palmer has Butts on him. Boucher, good screen by Palmer, good recovery by Hill. Hill with the block and gets the on loose ball. Get out on Quarles because he'll rise up. Picks up the dribble, finds Hill at the charity stripe. Turn around, left-handed jump hook, no good. Punched out by Palmer. Brooks picks it up and feathers it in. Keon Brooks with 8 this quarter. He has 23. Boucher. Guarded by Hill. Hill's done a good job as Davis comes up with that. He's another sophomore. Scoop shot with the right hand, no good. That was blocked by Quarles. Kinney, 22 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Brooks, top of the key, all alone, 3-ball, nothing but net. Keon Brooks breaking out here tonight at Don Riker Gymnasium here at Southside High School. Has 26. Boucher somehow gets it to a teammate. At the buzzer, 3-ball by number 10, KJ King. That's his first points. Cuts the lead within 9. That was a big shot and some momentum going back to Southside's way, going in to that fourth quarter. That in the game here this evening. Great atmosphere at Southside High School. 58-49, the number 14th ranked Northside Redskins on top of these Southside Archers. 9-point deficit. Coach Mike Novell talking it over as Coach Shabazz Khalik telling his kids we have 8 more minutes to get out of this gym with the W and to go 1-0 in the conference, which is going to be a action-packed conference slate in the SAC. Northside, Carroll, Wayne, Dwenger, Southside, Northrop, Bishop, Lewis, Homestead, Concordia, and Snyder. Division I prospects on almost every single school that I just mentioned. So check out, get to your local high school. Check out the outstanding basketball products we have in the city of Fort Wayne. Kinney being guarded by Joyner. We're going to get a holding call on they're going to get that on Palmer. That's their first team foul, Southside. Brooks, skip pass to Quarles. Has Butts down low, skip pass right back to Brooks. And that's knocked away by Joyner, but they're going to get a foul called on Joyner. That's their second now. Northside has 4 team fouls. Joyner will check back out into the game. Marklin Hairston, another sophomore. Butts. Quarles back down to Butts, and great pass led him to the baseline, and Palmer could do nothing but foul. Third team foul for South. Boucher and Didier check back in for Coach Mike Novell. Good hands, down low to Butts. Butts, good drop step to the baseline, and there's Brooks with another tap in. 28 points now for Keon Brooks. Doing it from all areas on the floor. Just 3 threes. Outstanding game being played here by the freshman, top 25 ranked nationally in that 2019 class. Didier got away with the travel there. Palmer to the wing. King thought he was going to step back and launch it. Brooks guarding him. Johnson looks to Palmer. Palmer being guarded by Butts. Butts got a piece of that, no call. Stay out of bounds, we'll stay with Southside. Boucher will head underneath the basket to throw it in. We're just under 7 minutes to go. Northside with their biggest lead, 11-point advantage, 60-49. KJ King needs help, finds it in Didier, being guarded by Quarles. Drop pass there to Palmer, good cut. Off the ball by Johnson, they couldn't find him. Didier goes to the cup, no good. Palmer tried to put it back, blocked by Butts, but got his own rebound, put back up. Deion Palmer having a nice game down low for the Archers. Crossover, but Didier saw it the whole way, picked his pocket, got ball first, then may have hit the arm. Normally not called. That one was. Fourth team foul for Southside. They look to Butts. Butts is one-on-one with Palmer. Goes to Brooks. Brooks from 16, front rim, no good. Rebounded by Butts. Butts goes strong back up and puts it in good. Jalen Butts with his 17th. Boucher finds Didier, open for 3. Good. Trajan Didier, Southside needed that. Pull within 8. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Quarles has Butts down low, finds him. They're going to get a foul called on Palmer. It's going to be the 5th team foul. Johnson looks to inbound. Brandon Johnson. Kinney on the wing. Southside in that zone. Butts. Kinney. Quarles. 5:45. Kinney open for 3. No good, just short. Coach Shabazz Khalik didn't like that shot. Boucher. Spin move. Loves that spin dribble. Keon Brooks crosses it over, somehow keeps control. And they're going to get a foul called on Palmer. Deion Palmer with another foul. That's 16 fouls now on Southside, one away from the bonus. Boucher gets to it, and that's going to be a blocking foul called. Brendan Johnson, 2 shots coming for Austin Boucher. Boucher and the Archers down by 8, 62-54. 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. Can't leave any more points at the line. Boucher knocks that one down. Boucher hits the second, so he hits both. That's 18 now for him. Butts gets it across the timeline. Johnson has it on the wing. No reason to shoot that. 5:10 to go. Need to work some clock. There's Butts. Butts has a huge size advantage here. Good cut away from the basket by Kinney. Good backdoor cut. Moving without the ball by Devontae Kinney. Led to an easy bucket. That one almost partially blocked. KJ King can't get it to go. Butts with the rebound. Can't corral it. That's going to go off Southside. Check that. Goes off number 10, KJ King. Out of bounds. Check that, they called that off Northside. Timeout called. Full timeout called by Coach Shabazz Khalik with an 8-point advantage, 4:48 remaining in the game, 64-56. Northside does come in 3-0, ranked number 14 in Class 4A. Southside 1-0 after beating Brownsburg, also in 4A, unranked, led by 6-year head coach Mike Novell. Northside, of course, led by 6-year head coach Shabazz Khalik. They've won 3 SAC championships in a row, looking to make it number 4 this year, and they return almost everyone that plays major minutes. Really the only senior they're losing that plays tons of minutes for Coach Khalik is didn't start, come off the bench, is Chris Hill. They start 2 juniors, check it, 3 juniors, a sophomore and a freshman do Northside. .448 remaining. 8-point advantage by the visiting Northside Redskins. Boucher looks to inbound. Joyner runs off the screen, off the curl, finds Didier. Didier being guarded by Quarles, jump stop. Jumper from about 16, good. Nice look there. Didier having an outstanding game. 17 points. Butts double teamed right off the jump. Quarles, good pump fake. Finds Brooks just inside the 3-point line. Front rim, no good. Butts got a piece of it and taken away by KJ King. Outlet to Joyner. Joyner, jump stop, no good. Blocked by Hill and then slapped on the foul. That'll send number 5, Dennis Johnson, to the line, the junior. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. .64-58, been stuck on this for a minute here. With the second attempt for Dennis Johnson. Back rim and does get the shooter's roll. 7-point lead now, 5-point lead for Northside. 4:10 remaining in the game. A 1-3-1 zone here for Southside. Butts, skip past the Quarles. Johnson kicks it out to Hill. Finds Butts, good ball movement and the finish by number 10. Brandon Johnson, his 4th point. Outlet to Didier, pump fake, 3-ball, good! Trajan Didier, 3rd 3 of the game. Pulls his squad within 3.5 minutes remaining in the game. Butts needs to get rid of it and head to the post. He does that, dives to the baseline. That's where they find him, in the short corner. Quarles got to get out on him. Quarles for 3. Back rim, no good. Off Hill. The length you can see by Northside, getting to a lot of tips. Just couldn't corral that ball. That one knocked out of bounds over the end line. Southside ball, they can cut it to a 1-possession game here. Down by 4, 3:17 remaining. Boucher running the point here for South. Outstanding sophomore. Speaks into Heat product. Almost a carry there by Boucher. No foul called on Hill. Somehow Didier kept his dribble alive and knocked down the 15-foot jumper. Trajan Didier having a career night. 22 points for the sophomore. Butts, top of the key, good luck to Hill, and even better catch. Chris Hill with his 3rd point. 4-point game, 68-64. Hesitation, Boucher goes glass, and he'll go to the line now to shoot 2. Blocking foul called against Northside. We're gonna give that to Chris Hill. 7th foul, team foul for Northside, up by 4. Boucher to the line. Front rim and rattles home. Seven for 8 from the line is Boucher. 3-point game. That one's no good, 7 for 9. So huge bucket there left at the other end. Down by 3 is Southside. This 1-3-1 zone. Northside's had easy looks as Boucher's gonna get called for the trip. But just the 6th team foul. Let's see where we're at. Yep, that's the 17th foul, so both teams now. And the 1+ bonus. SummitCitySports.com brought to you by Parkview Hospital. First front end of the 1-and-1 is knocked down. Big point and free throw by Brandon Johnson. Back to a 2-possession game, 4-point edge for Northside. Johnson, that one's good. Knocks down, back-to-back free throws. 12 points for Johnson. Boucher had his man up. Didier's gonna launch another 3, back to him, no good. And they're gonna get a foul called on the loose ball rebound on KJ King. That'll send through the foul. I think as Keon Brooks is gonna go to the line now to shoot 1-and-1. 8th team foul on Southside. Keon Brooks now to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. This team up by 5. Brooks. Big free throw by Keon Brooks. Will get the second attempt. 29 points, looking for his 30th. 30 points now for Keon Brooks. Having a huge coming out party in the SAC here on this Friday night in December. Coach Mike Novell is going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout called by South. Down by 7, just under 2 minutes to go. This is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. Like our Facebook page, we're at 260 Sports on Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, of course, free of charge. Summit City Sports YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to that for all of our latest highlight videos and full game clips. Seven-point advantage for Northside. South has the ball coming out of a timeout. They need a score. Inbound to Joyner. Joyner being guarded by Kinney. Boucher and just took his eye off the ball. But they had it. Had an open look. Good play out of the timeout. Just couldn't execute. So huge costly turnover for Southside. Inbound to Brooks, knocked away by King. Hill looks to inbound. Finds Brooks. Brooks needs to get it across the timeline. Finds Kinney to Butts. Butts with the reverse layup, no good. Got his own rebound, right-handed putback, good. Jalen Butts had 13 at halftime. 6 in this second half, total of 19. Crossover by Joyner. Good defense by Johnson. Left-handed lay-in by KJ King. 7-point game now, minute 20. And KJ King looks shaken up here. Coach Novell will get him out. So off the sub, off the injury. Northside ball up by 7 points, in control. Here away, right down the road from their school here at Southside, arch rivals, of course. Johnson with the nice take, right-handed layup, big bucket. That's his 6th point. Didier gets blocked by Butts, and outlet to Kinney. They have numbers. Watch for the lob to Brooks. Lob and dunk. Keon Brooks with the two-handed flush. 32 points for Brooks. Kinney knocked that away, but Didier knocks it away from him. Kinney, outstanding heads-up play. 11-point advantage by Northside, and they are feeling the W here at Don Reichert Gymnasium here on the campus of Southside High School. 30-second timeout called on the loose ball, heads-up play by Northside. Up by 11. This is all but over. What a second half by Northside. They were up 38-7, just one at halftime. Now with an 11-point advantage here with only 46 seconds remaining. This is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview Hospital. Carrington Thompson on the camera. This has been Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play. Glad you could check us out here on YouTube, on our channel. Go ahead and subscribe to that. You'll get updates on all of our newest highlight clips and full game video. Crowd starting to file out a bit here at Southside. Writing's on the wall. Inbound comes to Butts. Hill, as Northside looks to just waste the clock. Kinney finds it to Butts. Johnson with the easy lay-in, a pass from Butts. 80-67, 28 seconds remaining. Davis three-ball, no good. Butts with the outlet. Could get another lob to Hill, and blocked by Boucher, but Hill got the putback. Boucher showing you the hops though, just not a shooter, very athletic. 5 seconds to go, 82-67, and finished by Hill. That's how we'll end it with Northside coming a couple miles away and beating Southside 84-67. They'll stay undefeated and go to 1-0 in conference play. This is SummitCitySports.com, brought to you by Parkview. For Carrington Thompson, I'm Tim Atkinson. Thanks for checking us out. All right, Trajan, great game for you personally tonight. Played a game, Northside squad. You guys hung on there about 3/4 of the game. They just got away with you there at the end. What was the game plan coming in tonight, and did you guys execute that as well as you wanted to, or what was the difference?
Our game plan coming in was to not let them get out in transition, get a lot of offensive rebounds, because they really aren't a half-court team. They really get all their buckets off dunks and all this stuff, but we didn't really execute as we could have.
Now, as far as you were feeling it there, it looked from three, and once they started pressing out on you, you were going right by guys. Do you take pride in having an all-around game? Just a sophomore here, you're still learning how to play the game as well. You take pride in being an all-around player here in the game of basketball?
Yeah, I think being an all-around player is very important, because if your shot's not on, you got to be able to do something else. You can't be one-dimensional.
Talk about you and your other classmates with Davis and Boucher. You guys got a heck of a sophomore class. What are you guys trying to do as a class to build this Southside boys program back to where it was at one time with the likes of Cam Stevens and the players like that?
We're just trying to get better and better every day. Everybody thinks the South is just a bad school, and we have a losing reputation, but we're trying to change that.
Well, with the talent that you guys have, the future's right in front of you guys. Looking at the SAC, it's an extremely tough conference this year, one of the toughest in the state, if not the state. What are you guys looking at? What do you need to improve on going into conference play to make some damage?
I think we got to play better as a team. Sometimes we tend to get a little selfish, want to look for our own shots, but we just got to play better as a team. I think we could beat anybody in the SAC.
Well, great game personally. I know not the outcome you wanted, but congratulations. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you.
Standing here with freshman sensation Keon Brooks. Outstanding game tonight. Go down the street, Clinton Road, a couple miles, pull out a huge win here at Southside. How important was it for Northside to get out to this undefeated conference season, especially coming here against your rival?
It was very important. You know, I was here last year, but we got off to a slow start. You know, we can't get into starts like that, so we just got to keep pushing and playing hard and come out and play every game and not take anybody for granted.
Now, a lot of people think, hey, you know, top 25 national kid in 2019, but it's not the Keon Brooks show out there. You guys are a well-played team, well-coached team. What's it like playing with junior Jalen Butts? Tell me what you learn off a junior like that and his intensity, that sort of thing. What do you take from Jalen's game?
Jalen tries to help me anytime and any way he can. I come to Jalen all the time. He showed me the ropes and put me in the right spots, and he always encouraged me to pick me up when I'm down. And that's my brother, and I love him. I really respect Jalen, and I thank him for what he do for me.
Now, this is a big win, like I said, against your rival, first game of the conference. They were close with you there for a while. Then you pulled away from them there towards the end. Kind of capped it off with a little alley-oop there that got a smile and raised some energy from you. Are those type of plays, you guys get amped on those type of plays? Does that take you guys to another level?
Yes, we always try to keep a good energy and stay focused and keep it up. Don't ever let our heads stay down. You know, and that play right there, that was just an example. You know, we made a nice play and we got hype and rose our energy.
Now, a couple last questions for you here. You guys are ranked 14 in Class 4A. All right. Not sure if you're getting the respect that maybe you guys are due with Carroll up in the top 10. Do you guys have a chip on your shoulder at all? Do you guys look at the standings, the polls, or anything like that and see where you guys are ranked?
Oh, yes, we talked about that all week. You know, we feel like we were disrespected about where they ranked us. So we went hard in practice all week and just wanted to come out and make a statement to show what we are and what we can do.
You definitely made a statement here tonight. Last question for you. I know you're ways away from committing and that sort of thing. Just for your fans out there, where's your recruiting stand? How much interest you getting? Who's interested in you the most? That sort of thing.
Right now, who's showing the most interest is probably Michigan State. They come at me hard. They try to get me down there anytime they can. Most of the Big Ten schools got a couple looks from Duke and Arizona, so I'm just trying to keep pushing and strive to get those offers that I want.
Yeah, just a freshman here, ladies and gentlemen. Keon Brooks, future bright in front of him. I appreciate it. Great game tonight. Personally, dropped 36 on Southside. Well, good luck, and we'll see you the rest of the conference play.
Thank you.